Alright guys, so quick video, I want to talk about this. It has been of recent, uh, between interviews and different articles and everything for Teen Wolf that apparently the second movie is coming. Even though it has not been confirmed, there's been a lot of talk, especially from Tyler Posey, of he's been pushing to get it done by Paramount, but again, it takes money, it takes time, it takes everyone's schedules to align, which again makes sense. But from a lot of things, is again gotta have the story to make sense. So I'm not sure if they've written it yet, unknowingly. Again, I have not seen anything or heard anything that something has been written and Paramount's been looking at it. I know everything's been in talks from my understanding. So again, this is just my understanding. But again, what I want to see is something different. I don't want to see a villain return. I know a lot of people are angry about Allison returning, and spoilers, Allison did return, and spoilers, Derek died at the very end, which again made me angry because again, Derek is my favorite character in Teen Wolf, obviously. But what I want to see is something to where it makes sense. Again, if we gotta have a familiar character come back, if we gotta have a familiar character come back, let Kate come back. Let her come back. Because again, she is the Were Jaguar, right? So let her come back. But let's have something different. Let's have to where we finally get to know who Derek's baby mama is. Because we never figured out who is the mother to his son. And for a way to bring Derek back into the fold. To where he can return. To where it makes sense. And again, we have everybody back. Or let's say this kind of, what I could see happening, okay, is if we get Dylan O'Brien to finally come back as Styles, which I would love for him to return as Styles. Let's say, of course, he's been in the he's at the FBI. He gets word about Kate coming back to Beacon Hills or somewhere. He calls everybody, says this is what's going on, and then she is up to something to, maybe she heard about Derek's death, maybe she's trying to resurrect him to bring him back and control him, something of that nature. Something we haven't really seen before, or something that we have seen. Because again, with the Nogitsune, we've seen it now twice. And I feel like, again, we missed a marker on that one because we didn't really have Kira in there. And that kind of pissed off a lot of fans. With Allison coming back, that pissed off a lot of fans. With, them pairing different characters together really didn't make sense between Malia and Parrish. That didn't really make sense. And then, of course, not knowing who Dare got with to have a son, and then wanting to know that information and all this other kind of stuff they just pretty much threw in there. So I know there's a lot of people that was unhappy with this. But one of the things I really want to see is, again, if we're going to have a character return or a villain return, have a villain that we actually like. Again, the Nogitsune was a good idea, but again, it was kind of weird because, again, we've seen that already. Get a character we can actually, not just as a threat, but more like a psychological threat, to the point of, this character may be not only missing, because again, the only character I could really see coming back is Kate. If they try to have Peter come back, that's going to be interesting. I'm not entirely sure if that will happen, but I'm willing to see. But again, I'm just throwing stuff at the wall here, guys, to see what's going to happen. Again, I've done videos like this in the past, and I love doing those. It's more speculating and theorizing than anything, and I love doing that. But at the end of the day, will we ever get another Teen Wolf movie? Again, it's up in talks, and hopefully, here's everybody hoping. You know what I mean? So let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments, and we can all speculate together. How about that? Let me know what you think. I'll see you soon.